Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for what are we doing? I think we're doing mid-August, 2023. We're going to jump right in here. You have this Decay card and this Guardian card here as well. I believe that we're in a time of decay. I literally talk about it all the time. How, it's like we are kind of living in a time of evolve or die. And you literally start with the Star card, which is innovation. So, I think that's a little bit extreme to say like evolve or die or something like that, even though it's honest. It's like literally the energy that we are in. But I really feel the universe is trying to get us to innovate, to try new things in life, to step into new energies, to have new experiences, to taste all the flavors, 7 of cups, literally. So, I feel anything new that you can do, as I say to everyone, would be very beneficial. It'll just, it'll lead to new experiences. It could lead to new forms of freedom with the 4 of Wands and excitement. So, I would be, kind of like the overall message, I think the collective message really for everyone is to try new things. But, for you have these stars. Sure, we'll take all 3. I was only going to take 2, but you're getting 3 cards at the end. You have the Star, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups here. It's like you've gone through a healing, or you are going through some sort of healing with that Star card. I also kind of feel I kind of feel you have this certain level of clarity, actually. I kind of feel good about this. Because it's like, 7, the Star has these 7 stars, right? Around it here, and then it has this one big star in the middle. And again, I know intuitively, this is what I'm getting intuitively. I understand that this is not really what the Star card means, but it's almost as if you're cutting out all the extra stuff. And if we take this 7 into account, you have 2 other 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. 7s to me in the tarot represent internal fears that don't exist, especially when you have 2 of them. And it's almost like you're cutting out all the crap and you're just going straight for exactly what you want. I do feel, especially for you air signs, that it is a time to be very direct. Like if you want something in your life, you have to go for exactly that one thing, but you also need to make sure that you're not apologizing. Like I feel like you need to be unapologetic in your pursuits. And this is definitely coming up for you here, Libra. And what I mean by that is it's like most people, they'll ask for something, like they'll ask for like $10 million, but and in the same sentence, they will say, but I'd be happy with $1 million. No. The answer is if you want $10 million, you move your ass and you get that $10 million. There is no $1 million, right? So there is no plan B, only plan A. So I kind of get that feeling here off the Star card and it doesn't have to be money. I'm just using that as an example. It's like if you want something, I feel you need to go exactly directly towards that one thing and no settling for anything else, right? Even with the 7 of Pentacles is a card of analysis. I feel like some of you are I kind of like this because I kind of feel you're being honest with yourself, especially right here with this Strength card. This would tell me that, it's like obviously to get from where you are to $10 million, some things would have to change about you. And, it's like, I always tell people, it's like they think like, oh, I've been manifesting $10 million, but I don't have the $10 million yet. And I'm like, yeah, but maybe you're not, maybe your energy is not $10 million energy, right? It's like, if the universe were to give you $10 million where you are right now, maybe it would be like water pouring through your hands. It would just disappear. But if you raise your vibe and you get to that $10 million level, then the universe can give you $10 million, right? And that's kind of like what I'm seeing here. It's like the universe, I feel like you are... Maybe it's not even the universe. I feel like it's you. I feel like you are examining the things that you need to maybe change with that 7 of Pentacles. You get the 7 of Pentacles with me like every single reading all of a sudden. You always get the Queen of Pentacles, which you have here as well. But I've really been saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? And for you, and I really feel that maybe that's what it is. It's only becoming clear to me right now in this very reading, Libra, that I feel that the 7 of Pentacles is really saying, like, what are the things that would maybe prevent you from having that thing that you really desire, that, $10 million, the certain level of success, or, whatever the case may be. I really feel like you need to kind of look at the things, maybe the bad habits, the good habits. I always tell people, don't just look at the bad. There are maybe some good habits you have. If you can double down on the good ones and get rid of some of the bad ones, that's probably all you need to do, right? You have the Queen of Cups here. You also have the King of Cups over here, so I feel for a lot of you, this could be a divine counterpart coming in for you. And again, it's like if you want a certain type of person, does your energy match that type of person? If the answer is no, what do you need to change? If the answer is yes, like I said, keep doubling down on the good things that, kind of match the energy of what you want. Let's see here. With the the star, I keep wanting to say 7 on that. You have the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're praying for something, and you could be getting exactly what you've wished for here. The star is kind of wish. I feel like the star always requires a little bit of work, and the work is, again, going to be examining the things about yourself that hold you back. You even have the 8 of Cups over here, which says there are certain things that do not align with, again, making $10 million. We'll just use that as the example, right? It's like if you play video games all day, chances are you're not going to make $10 million. Now, I understand, because I'm sure someone's going to go there. Yes, I understand that there are like guys on Twitch that make $10 million a year. I'm sure of it, playing some stupid video game, right? But that's probably not you. So maybe it is. If you're really good, then, not hating here, go for it, I would say. But for the most part, if there are things that you do that do not align with the thing you want, I just see you walking away from it. Again, I don't even need to tell you this because I feel like you're doing it. Plain and simple. With the 7 of Pentacles, you have the Hangman. Again, here's a change. You've been enlightened. I feel like you have kind of like been enlightened to the things that need to change. I feel very matter of fact as well. It's almost like a careless energy, but not like careless in a bad way. I feel just if something doesn't align with the thing that you want, you're getting rid of it. If it does, then you're doubling down on it. Like I said, very straightforward. With the Queen of Cups, you have the 10 of Swords. I do feel that some of you are kind of like walking away from something here that maybe has kept you stuck or something that is decaying. I didn't even show you these cards. I got too excited here, Libra. So again, I feel like you could be kind of like walking away from things that no longer serve you, or maybe you see things that are decaying, and I feel you're walking away from the things that you just see as not changing, right? It's like it's hard to level up, and then if there are people or things in your life that are down here, it's hard to kind of like keep coming back down to their level. So for a lot of you, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be people, it could be situations, things. I feel you're just going to continue to rise. You might realize that certain things are anchors in your life keeping you down, and I really see you cutting those things out, Libra. Pretty deep reading. Next, you have this card that says spell work. It says using magic spells on your manifesting power is strong. Every single person has had something about manifesting. I think that it's probably the Lionsgate portal or whatever. Again, I've never been too excited about the Lionsgate thing, but this year, I don't know. The day that it happened, literally that it started, I saw all these repeating numbers, which I haven't seen repeating numbers in like months, and I don't know, it's pretty weird. You have this legacy card. It says, your work will be passed down to future generations. Harvest the gifts of your ancestors. These gifts are also yours. There you go. So a lot of you, I feel, could be using your skills. I would also make sure to use your powers of manifestation to get the things you want at this time. You have the 4 Swords, the Strength card, and the 7 of Cups. Again, I really see this as you more working on yourself. We went on and on about this at the beginning, so I won't beat you over the head with it here, Libra, but I feel for a lot of you, this is just talking about the work that you're doing on yourself. I mean, literally, it is a card of doing work on yourself. She is taming that lion, and that lion kind of represents her inner beast, her inner critic, so she's, working on herself. You have the 4 Swords. Well, I'll show you here because, the 4 Swords, there's a person right here who is blessing another person in the stained glass window. And you have the Star, which would be, kind of like blessings. And I think I said at the beginning of the reading something about how it's almost like you've been praying for something, or you've been wishing for, changes in your life, or you've been wishing that something would change in your life. And I kind of feel like this is the change you've been wishing for. You have the 7 of Cups here. 7 of Cups is a change in direction, so I do feel for a lot of you that there's some sort of change in direction in your life that you're hoping for. Sorry, not a change in direction, but the reason I'm saying this is with the 7 of Pentacles is like there's a change in direction that you're hoping for in your life. 7 of Cups is imagining the change in direction is where I feel like your reading is going, especially because we go up to the Wheel of Fortune. We go over here to the 8 of Cups, which again would be a change in direction. So it's like you see all the good, all the bad with these 7 of Cups. There are good things and bad things in these cups, but I feel like you just need to make the change and realize that you're probably ready. Again, I get this very like laser-like focused, very matter-of-fact energy here from your reading, as I've been saying this whole time. And I really feel you just need to go straight towards something, like no excuses, no dancing around something, right? Just go straight for it. Sometimes, like, I wish I had better examples sometimes, like right now. And it's like, I've talked to a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm going to like, they basically, without saying it, they say, I'm going to stair step my way to this level of success. There's nothing wrong with this, by the way. There's nothing wrong with doing it that way, with, taking your time, making sure you're doing things right and everything like that. That's not what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying there's something wrong with that, but I do feel like you could just go like this, jump over a bunch of steps if you would just go straight towards something. I don't know. There you go. With the Four Swords, you have the Three of Wands, card of expansion, card of growth. Again, I feel that this is a card of foresight, seeing the future. We do see a lot of future stuff here. We talked about it, about innovation being important, about, learning new things being important as well. And, that's what I get here. I have the word trial by fire popping into my head as well. It's like sometimes, again, you could stair step your way to success, not to dwell on this, but I do think it's important for you, Libra. It's like you could stair step your way to success to $10 million, but it's like sometimes, again, we just have to like go straight for the thing that maybe would make us $10 million. And yeah, maybe it kind of puts us into a washing machine, right? It's like it's like a rock in a river, but a brand new, fresh, jagged one that you are, right? And it's like you're being tumbled into a beautiful river stone, right, in this reading. And so there is a little bit of that energy of kind of being thrown to the wolves. How many more analogies can I come up with for this, right? It's like you're being thrown to the wolves here, but I kind of feel like that's what needs to happen. You just need to jump into something. Sometimes I do think it is a better way to learn. It just depends on the situation. With the Strength card, you have the Four Cups. If you are finding love, I love this Four Cups in the White Sage Tarot. It's like 3 cups pouring into 1 cup here. So it seems to me like there's a much more loving, better connection coming in for you if you want love. With the 7 of Cups, you have the 9 of Cups. Definitely a wish fulfillment. I always say that the 9 of Cups is about bathing in the energy of what you want. It just says, if you want something, just be that thing, by, matching the energy of whatever it is. We've been talking about this whole entire time. So definitely something to think about there with that energy. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this card that says Buck Convention, like the whole entire reading, right? You have this other card that says Learn to defend yourself. I don't even think you have to defend yourself. I feel like just be an example. I think, how they say the best revenge is success? That's all you have to do. You might have people that are like, oh, this new direction that you're taking is crazy, or is the wrong direction, or you're doing the wrong thing. So again, you might have plenty of people in your life telling you that what you're doing is wrong, but really, I think you need to do it anyway. I feel like you need to just keep going in the direction you're going in, because it is the right direction. And, that's what I would do here. I would just keep moving in the right direction. I would keep moving in unique directions as well. I think that really there's nothing unexpected here other than the fact that people are going to be seeing you do something kind of like unique in your life. You have the Four Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, in the Death card. I do, for some of you, I do have a weird message popping into my head here. Like, you could be meeting a person and getting married very quickly, within days. I know, as crazy as that sounds, or it might be like months, right? You might meet a person and then marry them a month later. I don't know, that might be for one of you out there, but it might seem crazy, but for some of you, I don't know, it might work. For others, the Four Wands is a card of freedom and being set free. So I would focus on, ultimate freedom. I think everybody needs to do this right now. We have all this energy in Taurus, Uranus, and Jupiter. And, the Taurus energy really wants us to be free, but freedom is, different for everyone. So, it's like if you're doing more activities that you believe will set you free, you will not only feel better, but also feel more successful. You have the Queen of Pentacles. It's like saying to me, if we go this way as well, sorry. If we go this way, 3 of Wands, like, what are you waiting for? The Queen of Pentacles says you have, it's like you are at the peak resourcefulness right now. You have as many resources as you possibly can to, change your life in some way. So it's not going to get any better necessarily. And that does not mean your life isn't going to get better. I mean, like, as in, if you are waiting for certain things in your environment, certain changes to happen in your life before you do something, it's not going to happen. So I feel like this is saying, make the change now. Don't just wait for something to change, right? I feel that you could easily make the change. I always say one of my favorite books of all time, The War of Art, by Stephen Pressfield. And no, I am not talking about The Art of War. I know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about The War of Art, which is a totally different book. So for all you librarians out there, there you go. But in that book, he says that when we get very close to our goal, that's when we experience the most resistance. He also says that, a lot of the times the reason why we claim we can't do something is exactly the reason why we need to do something. So he uses the example of like a mother. A mother might say, oh, I can't start this business because I have to take care of my children. But if you would start the business, you would better be able to take care of your children, right? So again, I'm not saying that's true, but what I would say here is it's like whatever you're thinking is the reason you can't make the change in your life right now to make that $10 million or whatever the hell you want, right? I feel like is exactly the reason you need to do something. And that's like what this reading is kind of saying. With the Four of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles here. Yeah, this is a very good reading. I feel like there's a big opportunity coming in for you. It's something that you've been thinking about for a long time. This isn't like some sort of mysterious opportunity that's being presented to you. I feel this is a change that you want to make in your life. Star, Death, Wheel of Fortune here. And I feel you're ready, is what this is saying. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the World. Again, very good. Card of accomplishments, card of achievements, good things coming in for you. And with the Death card, you have the High Priestess. Definitely trust your intuition. Every single person has had the High Priestess, during these mid-monthlies, but also like the last readings I did as well. So I feel it's time for you to trust, just a very intuitive time. We do have Neptune in Pisces. We have Saturn in Pisces. So, this energy could be encouraging people to really trust their intuition, to trust their inner guidance. You might notice that there are moments where you don't trust your intuition and something doesn't go right. So it's basically the universe saying, are you going to, next time, are you going to listen or not? And so I would make sure to listen with this energy for sure. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this West card, it says completion. You have this East card that says beginnings on it. And you have this Mountain that says clarity. So I feel like you are clear on the new beginning that you need to take. I do feel like you are going to be having a new beginning. You have the Death card. The World literally represents, in the major arcana, we go from the Fool to the World, and then we start all over again as a Fool. You have the Eight of Cups here as well, which is walking away from something. So clearly you are gaining clarity on some sort of new direction. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. I do feel that this could be love coming in for you. So if you're looking for love, definitely could be you have the King and Queen of Cups here. So divine counterparts, very loving connection. Water, earth, fire. You basically have everything here in this reading. So it could be any sign. And I just feel it's probably someone who's very emotionally stable because they're showing up in the good stuff. You have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve you. So I feel it would be a great time for you to make sure, to cut out the crap, which I think you're doing. We talked about this at the beginning of the reading, Seven of Pentacles with the Strength card. it seems to me like you're looking at, again, those little things that don't align with the future vision. Maybe that's a better way to put it. It's like you are understanding, I want to get to this level, but these things over here that I do every single day don't align with that future vision, so I need to change it, right? It's like I really do feel you're doing a deep dive. Even the King of Cups would be a deep dive, and you're understanding, the activities, the people, the places, the things in your life that get you closer to the star, and you're paying attention to the things that get you farther away from the star. So you're doing this so it's like so that you're not taking one step forward and then 10 steps back, right? You have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a change in your fortunes, a lot of success. Definitely a turnaround type reading. So I love this energy. I would really say this is all about you reading. This has nothing to do. I really don't think it has anything to do with love, although the Ten of Cups just wanted to pop out there. It was not in reverse. That's how I grabbed it. But, again, I feel that this is kind of like all about you. Let's see. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Chariot. Yep, very good reading. Probably one of the better readings I've done for you in a while. Just even energetically, it feels better. So Chariot is a victory charging towards success. I feel like things are going to speed up for you very quickly. I see this happening for a lot of people. I think what we're going to notice in the world is people who seem to be moving forward very quickly, and then the opposite. We're going to notice also people whose lives seem to be very stuck, but the gap is going to get very large, right? Where there are really going to be people who are stuck, and there are really going to be people who are just blasting off into outer space, literally and figuratively, right? And so your job, the most spiritual thing I think we can do right now is to star. If you are blasting off in life, if you can be a positive example to the people who are stuck, that's all you need to do, right? People need guidance. People will need guidance at this time. So there you go. With the King of Cups, it could be a Capricorn coming in for some of you. You have the Queen of Pentacles twice here, definitely increasing your resources as well. And with the 8 of Cups, you have the 3 of Cups, major celebrations coming in for you, happiness, again, as always with you as well, Libra, like if there's anything you can do to work together with other people or to get the assistance of other people, whatever you want to call it, now would be a great time to do that. We're going to pull 5 main themes. I'm using Mega Deck over here. You have the 4 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles is stability. And this is a good tarot, so it's meant to be read positively. And I do feel that, there's a lot more positivity and stability coming in for you. You also have the High Priestess. Again, trust that intuition. I definitely feel it's time for you to trust your intuition, like on a very deep level. I really feel... I really feel you could be having those moments where you wish you listened to yourself and you didn't. So pay attention. Again, if you feel something, if you have a hunch, pay attention to those hunches. You have this crossing card. It says initiation on it. I feel like you're being initiated into a new, there's like some sort of new beginning coming in for you, or it's almost like there's a new plan. It's not a new plan. I think it's always been part of the plan. But you just feel more in alignment to me with this energy, so you feel like your life is going in the right direction. It's kind of funny because it's like sometimes I think we think that we've never been in alignment, but really it's like to get into alignment, you have to have been out of alignment first so that you know what you're meant to do in the first place. And, I know that's like a big circle, but that's what I see there. You have this soul retrieval card. Again, more alignment. I feel like your soul just feels like it's moving in the right direction. And you have the Ace of Cups here. Again, if you want love, I feel like it's available to you, but I also feel there's a lot of fulfillment in this reading. Star, 9 of Cups, you have this Ace of Cups as well. It's like you're becoming more fulfilled in life, and probably because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? This looks amazing. I love this. Thank you for being here. Pretty simple, and definitely enjoy the rest of your month.